Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time. Between his size and his fastball, Bob Gibson probably was considered one of the most intimidating pitchers of all time. This one in the air, center field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's two away. 2 outs, base is empty. And now it's William Contreras.
Yeah, just his demeanor out there on the mound. It was all business and didn't talk, fraternize with the other team, and is ready to take care of business, do his job every day he was on the mound.
And that misses. And that's ball 1.
Seemed like if you take a big swing off of Gibson, you better make contact, because if you swing and miss, the next one's probably coming up near the shoulder.
Junior has a beat on it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back here with my pal Singy. Our starting pitcher in this one, Dennis Eckersley. What do you have on him?
Well, the key for him usually centers around his ability to command all 4 of his pitches. I mean, he can get by with 3 if one isn't working, but it becomes a little tougher to keep hitters guessing, especially when you start to get through the second and third time through the order. So we'll see how he incorporates all of his stuff into this one.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. And now here is Ellie De La Cruz. And a swing and a miss.
0-1. 1-1.
That misses. And it's 2-1.
2-1.
Win. Corrals it. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And the batter now, Kyle Tucker. And that's outside.
1 ball, no strikes.
Lifted in the air, right field. Suzuki. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Second inning set to go. And now O'Neal Cruz. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
0-2.
And that one ripped to left. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Nolan Arenado. And that drops in for a strike. Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. Stays alive. And speaking of that defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman, at El Toro High School in California. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. And he makes the catch. Grounder tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out. So up next, Mark McGwire. One away with a runner at third. Here in the third and final game of the series. That one ripped right center field. That's back. And it finds the basket and gone. He circles the bases, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-0. And that one fouled off. Swings through that one.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Fastball is outside. And a ground ball to first. A flip to the pitcher covering, and they got him. And now Seiya Suzuki.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
0-1.
To third, De La Cruz. And that is the inning. Back here at Wrigley Field, now here is Brian Reynolds. Eckersley back to work. Eckersley, a 6'2 righty. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and he occasionally uses a curve. That's off the inside corner, and the count now 2-0.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Reynolds on the run. But it's the center fielder who gets there. One away. So digging in, Stan Musial. And first offering is fouled off. Reynolds settles under it and makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. Ted Simmons, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Reynolds gets under it. He's there. He's got it. And that ends the inning. Here at Wrigley Field, top half of the third inning, and now Mason Wynn. Gibson back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
The shortstop takes the ball. This one high in the air to left center. Reynolds makes the catch for the out. And there's one away. Back to the top of the lineup, Termarr Johnson now at the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Just missed.
Low ball.
1 out, bases empty. Next offering is fouled back. And now it's even up.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
Ball.
Next pitch is outside.
Full count.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. De La Cruz makes the grab. That's out number 2. So 2 down now, and here is Brian Reynolds. That one misses. Ball 1. 2 outs, bases empty. Next offering is in for a strike. Next offering is outside. That one blasted deep to right. That's back. Grabs it right up against the wall. Set for the bottom of the third. And now here's the veteran DH, Larry Walker. And there's a foul ball. Breaking ball inside. And the count is 1-1. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. The wind of the pitch. Cut on and lifted in the air. Cruz running hard to get it. Puts it away for the out. Bill Mazeroski, the next Cub to hit.
Batting it, the second baseman, Bill Mazeroski.
Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. A solo shot. It's 2-1. Now at the plate, J.J. Weatherholt. Left field, way back there. And it looks like trouble. Into second, and he's got a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Weatherholt, the runner at second with one away. Check swing, called strike.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with
waves at the bender for the strikeout. Now the third baseman, Ellie De La Cruz. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Ground ball right side, and that one handled in plenty of time to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over, but not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Start of the fourth. Now William Contreras. Line drive. Whips it to first. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. Here's O'Neal Cruz. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And a swing and a miss.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
The high heat, too much on that one. 2 outs, base is empty. Nolan Arenado next up for the Cardinals. Into center and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 balls, no strikes.
Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Larry Walker will hit next.
1-0.
In the dirt, but kept close.
Nope, ball.
Arenado on second. McGuire on at first with 2 down. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And no one can get there. 1 run is in. Junior gets it back in quickly. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Absolutely hammered that baseball very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. Top half of inning number 4. Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, 1
Well,
strike.
he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations.
Oh, now this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. 1 run across, and they put the tag on him for the out. Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's Kyle Tucker. And it's fouled away.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in LA called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Brian Reynolds. That one ripped. and it's into the bleachers. Out of here. And they close the gap. It's 4-2. Stan Musial, the next Cub to hit. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Jump throw. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. Now the catcher up to hit, Ted Simmons. That one pulled foul. Shoots a line drive single into right center. Not in time. He's safe.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now a chance for Larry Walker. 2 down. Bill Mazeroski digs in now. He's already homered here in this one. Outside low. And that's ball 1.
1-0.
Up the middle, the underhand flip, and they get the out. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Cards doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Check swing to the first pitch. Look down to third. Didn't go. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that skips in the dirt.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
And that should be extra bases. Now around second, going for third. The relay, he's in there. 1 down, runner at third. Digging in, Brian Reynolds. Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. Bye-bye. And they add to the lead. It's 6-2. So 1 out, nobody on. William Contreras next up for the Cardinals. Fought off foul. Yeah, a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
And ball 1.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
And now the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. And there's a strike to the outside corner. Swings through that.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Off the mark there. And the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's too high. Lifted in the air, out to left. Reynolds gets under it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So up now for Chicago, J.J. Weatherholt. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Ken Griffey Jr. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
And now it's going to be Ellie De La Cruz. Popped up, and a foul ball. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Spin throw, that's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. 2 on with 1 out. Kyle Tucker, the next Cub to hit. Off the mark there. And that is ball 1. Ripped on a line. Suzuki makes the grab. Runner tags for home. He thought about tagging, but heads back to third.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Reynolds up for the 3rd time and takes ball 1. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. The 1-1 is fouled off. And now it's 1-2. That's inside.
Ball.
Runners on 1st and 3rd, 2 away. Last half of inning number 5. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Suzuki has a beat on it. He's got it, and the inning is over. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. So now it's Nolan Arenado. First pitch, and he just misses. Swings through that one for strike 1.
1-1.
And a swing and a miss there.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Mark McGwire next up for the Cardinals. And first offering is fouled off. And that's in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
1-2 is the count.
And that one ripped into right, and it stays fair. Now it's the DH. They turn things over to the southpaw, Brian Hudson.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
He's in with a double, and that's his 2nd double of the night.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a cookie down the...
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is down. Now in order.
Hitting to the Cardinals, number 40, Wilson.
And that one fouled off. McGwire on 3rd. Walker over at 2nd. Suzuki at 1st. 1 gone. Fly ball down the line. Reynolds gets under it. And makes the grab. 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
That hits the dirt, and that's ball 1. Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
In the air, right field. Tucker should have it. And that is that. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now the first baseman, Stan Musial. Eckersley back to work. And that one popped in the air left field. Makes the grab. One up, one down. Here's the catcher to hit, Ted Simmons. 1 for 2. That misses. 1-0. The Cubbies down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. Going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Bill Mazeroski, the next Cub to hit. He's already homered in this game. Arenado to first in time. That's the inning. Back here at the friendly con. Finds top of inning number 7. Now up for St. Louis, Brian Reynolds. First offering and it just misses. And another ball.
Three and 0.
And there's the automatic. Next offering is fouled back. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Lee Smith.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Reynolds hauls it in, and there's one away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Here's the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1.
Sliced hard but foul. And 1-2.
Ball.
Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Junior hauls it in for the out. 2 away. Here's Nolan Arenado. 1 for 3. Check swing didn't
out.
go. Ball 1. Reynolds off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ground ball into the outfield, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Mark McGwire next up for the Cardinals. That's ball. Down and in. That missed by a lot. Ball 2. Smith. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big time benefit. That one ripped but foul.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you.
Oh, and now a wild pitch. And the runners will move up.
Heads up base running right there.
And that'll load the bases. And next is the designated hitter, Larry. Shota Imanaga takes over on the mound.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Bases loaded, 2 down. Battling here as he fouls it away.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable.
Roll over to Musial. Out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. Here at Wrigley Field, now it's the shortstop, J.J. Weatherholt. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That one carrying. Leaping, and it's gone. And they inch closer. It's 6-3. So back to the top of the order. And now the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. And that is out of play. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Throw to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout. Now the number 2 hitter, Ellie De La Cruz. Swing and a foul, out of play. And that'll fall for a base hit. Kyle Tucker. The next to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Pitch in the dirt. Ball 1.
Now these guys. Definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
And that's got extra bases written all over it. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Headed for the plate. Relay throw home.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Really important at bat coming up now.
Brian Reynolds, the next Cub to hit. Arenado slings to first in time. Now they get the runner and a rundown. Down to second, gets back as he almost ran into another out there. We're at the top of the 8th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Seiya Suzuki. Shota, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Down and away for ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes. 2-0.
He swings and fouls one off. And the sweeper is off the plate.
Just doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
That one misses.
Inside,
so a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Now a drag bunt, third base side, and that's just foul. Gets the bunt down the right side. Musial. They apply the tag, and the runner moves up to second. Termarr Johnson next up for the Cardinals. Strike on the inside corner. One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Missed inside with the curve. One out and a runner at second. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. That's outside,
2-2.
and the count's even at 2. Struck him out looking. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Rob Dibble.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
That one in triple digits.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag, and that'll do it. On to the bottom of the 8th. So up now for Chicago, Stan Musial. And there's one away. Ted Simmons now at the plate. Yeah, that's fouled off. And that skips in the dirt. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. This one smacked out to left center. Stretches out and hauls it in. And here's the DH for the Cubs, Larry Walker. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right side, hard hit. Gets it to first. Third out. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th, and now the catcher comes up to hit. William Contreras. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Not even close there. And it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a slow roller. Throw over to Musial. And a quick out, number 1. O'Neal Cruz getting ready to hit. 1 for 4 with a double. First pitch misses.
1-0.
They say you win.
1-1.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Tied him up on a fastball inside. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Reynolds squeezes it, and that is that. Bottom 9, so up now for Chicago, Bill Mazeroski. And there's a foul ball. Suzuki should have this one. Hauls it in for the out. He's 2 outs away. And up next for Chicago, J.J. Weatherholt. In the air, center field. Cruz moving under it. Out number 2. 1 out left for the Cubs. Next to hit, Ken Griffey Jr. And that one is inside ball 1.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That's ripped. Base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
All over that one right there. Kind of an interesting pitch selection there with the defense shifted to the pole side. Pitches on the outside corner, and that made it pretty easy for him just to punch it the other way.
And the batter now, Ellie De La Cruz. Bunch it back towards the pitcher. On to first, ball game. Eckersley with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get